Hi everybody, and welcome back to Tempress Heart Tarot Talks. It's your girl, Tempress. Okay, so I rewatched my video from last night, and I already felt like it wasn't the most tuned in reading. That was really just kind of on the fly when I did that, so I wanted to come back today and do another one that had a little more like pre-thought put into it. And so I just devised a brand new spread for this reading. And I'm hoping to tune into the energy of more so those who are connected to me rather than doing a very generalized kind of what's happening in the world today reading. So I have a basic spread here. It's one like you've seen before, but I just kind of drew it up for this. We're going to be looking at us, what's helping us, what's hindering us, our influence on our life, and outside influence on our life. We're going to be looking at how to alchemize that, how to make changes for the betterment of us and the betterment of our lives and the betterment so, we can just be better. Then we're going to look at the outcome if we don't make any changes and we just kind of like shrug it off and go as we have been. Then we're going to look at the outcome with changes and any advice that Spirit, Tarot, our guides may have. So here we go. I'm sliding right into this service position, the give and the take. I feel like I've been given a lot lately, and it's definitely time for me to start giving back, which is why I got to do these readings. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Thank you to the divine and the collective for allowing us this opportunity to connect with each other in this way. Thank you for protecting us and bestowing us with your highest love and light. Thank you for the opportunities that you give us, the opportunities you bestow on us, for us to live, to learn, and to reach better achievements every day through our lessons and our thumps. I ask for clear and concise messages for the collective connected to me who find their way to me and could use this message the most. I ask for clear and concise messages regarding what's happening in our lives, how we can help it, how the influences will play out, and any advice you have for us. Knight of Cups. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. So we have us prioritizing. Helping us is kind of focusing on ourselves. Two of Cups in reverse. What's hindering us is distractions coming in. Maybe this could be where we're not focusing on ourselves and maybe we're too busy on the dating apps. Maybe we're too busy trying to find somebody to distract us from our work and our priorities. I really gotta figure out this setup. I know that I need a better camera setup for sure. There we go. Our own influence on our life is the Four of Cups. We feel like we're missing out on something. The the outer influence is the Nine of Pentacles, where we're actually strong in our own energy and our own capability of manifesting the life that we want. So this is very much, we should be focusing on ourselves. The outcome, if we don't make changes, alchemize, how we can make better changes for our own betterment, is the Ten of Wands, to release the things that we're not, to move forward, to keep moving forward and trust that, you know, all the work that we've been doing on our own, whether that's for your personal development, whether that's for enriching your relationships, whether that's for, you know, creating a new project, or spending a lot of energy on somebody special in your life, whether that's family, a new love interest, etc., or like an old love interest either. This means like all that work is not for nothing. So if you feel like you're tired and you're not really seeing the results you want, it says keep going, because you are manifesting, you're getting it done. So this is the keep going card for this. To make the changes you want to see, you just got to keep going, keep doing what you're doing. We'll get to the clarifiers as well. Outcome with no change. That's confusing for me to say. Don't do anything. Oh, if you don't change, we got the Page of Pentacles. That's investing in an opportunity that's around you. And outcome with change. If you change what you're doing, you might get stuck in past cycles, get stuck in nostalgic old memories, maybe get caught up, maybe that no contract, maybe you've been reaching out to friends, old friends or old lovers. Don't be doing that. We got Venus retrograde coming up. Don't be at it. So advice with no change is kind of getting stuck in old cycles, where this is like, we gotta plan for those new goals, right? We gotta plan for those new goals. So we gotta keep going. Advice from Spirit is the Lovers, to unionize within, to like find your strength from both your masculine, your instinct, and your aggression. And when I say aggression, I find this is the Venus and Mars card to me. The Lovers. I love this deck so much. The Venus and Mars card, where it's like we have to unionize within. And this is major, so the advice is saying like we're working on something big right now, because this is major arcana right here, and this looks like it's the only major arcana on the board too. So advice is to keep your focus on what you have been working on, and use that like, I think of it as like scorpionic instinct. I don't know if Scorpio is feminine or masculine, but like to use that like perceptive mind and your instinct to like just be aggressive about your truth and your knowing. And then, but you also like, but you can't come off as aggressive when you're doing this, because that's gonna kind of like, that's gonna build resistance, because when you're pushing yourself, your intention too hard, then you kind of like, the universe is kind of like, whoa, calm down a little bit. So that's where you have to come in and unionize with that softer, more Venus energy of just like nurture it. Like, you know that truth, you know it, and you're gonna get there, and you know you're gonna get there, but like you can be soft about it, and you can like be creative and let that feminine energy flow, where when like the feminine energy is just kind of in the know, in the flow, soft, and go with it. And that masculine, he just knows, and he wants to get there, but you got to trust, right? So, well, let's dive a little bit deeper in here. us. We are the Two of Pentacles. So we've probably been juggling a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been juggling a lot, especially with so much time. Everybody's had so much time. I've actually just come out of an era where I had a lot of time. So I had come up with so many projects, and that's probably where a lot of people are at now, is where there's all this extra time. Everybody's on lockdown. You're thinking, you're throwing your goals out on the brainstorm board, and we're probably deciding what we want to be doing, and you might have a hard time figuring it out, or you might be feeling like swallowed. Like we have the ocean here. It's really choppy water, so it's like you have all these great ideas and all these things that you want to prioritize, but you're feeling like overwhelmed and kind of like you might drown a little bit in that energy if you don't like really stand up for your strength. I love this card because like you can just see all the muscles in this woman. They're really on display, and it just shows that her true strength, that she is just fine. She's like a ballerina. She has total control, and she has no problem balancing these pentacles, even if one is more important. As you see, one's a little bit higher than the other one, so that's her main priority. But she has her eye on this other prize over here, and she's like, yeah, I see you, we're gonna get there, but like right now we gotta make sure that this reaches the top first. That's a 2 there, so we got the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. So 2s. So that's like taking our ideas and pushing them forward, right? We're collecting our ideas so we can begin pushing them forward. Helping us is the 2 of Cups in reverse. So this is like saying no to somebody else. This is whether it's a love interest or a business partner or something. This is saying like, focus a little bit more on yourself. And I think that this is telling us, whereas what's hindering us is somebody coming in with ideas, a message, or an offer, usually of love, but cups can be creative suits as well. And whereas these are both cups, I'm thinking we have all these creative priorities right now. So it's saying, don't listen to what somebody else wants you to do. This is telling you, focus more on what you want to be doing, and make sure that you are really strong in your goal and your plan, and like make sure it manifests in the way that you see best for you and your life, is to make sure that you are doing what you really want to be doing, and not being influenced by somebody else and their desires, which is to say, like, if you business plans are great. Like me right now, I had to turn down a business offer recently, and I didn't want to, but it was like I knew I wasn't ready to unionize. I wasn't ready to come together with another person to create, because I myself have not made concrete foundations in what I want to do, right? So this is telling us, make sure we know what we're doing for our own influence on life. No, that's not it. Our own influence on life is the 4 of Cups. More cups. This is a lot of creative energy here. And there's pentacles. A lot of cups and a lot of pentacles. So I'm thinking this is a creative pursuit for financial gains. If it's not, then it's probably grounding. If this is about a relationship for you, and maybe you're on the dating scene, or maybe you're trying to decide whether this relationship is working. Maybe you've been spending all that extra time with somebody, and you're realizing that there are some hiccups that are red flags that maybe you're not so sure you really want to continue on assessing. So our own influence is we're sitting here and we're thinking, and we feel like we might be missing out on something, whether it's this business opportunity or if it's this realization that, you know, your Prince Charming might not be all that charming. We're thinking about it, and, you know, maybe you're bored with the situation, or you're feeling like you have lack. Don't forget about this Ace of Cups that the universe is saying, hey, if you didn't like this start, you know, you can start again in your own image, right? And the influence on life is saying, like, you have the capabilities to make the plans that you need to create the life that you want. This is the Nine of Pentacles here. Remember, she's got this Hawkeye here. She may be in her own garden, enjoying her the abundance that she's created, but she always has her sights moving forward. She always has an eye on what's more, what's out there, what can I call in, or what can I move towards once, you know, because the Nine of Pentacles is all good. She's created this lush experience for herself, but it's always like, well, I find this very torn. I don't know what sign is represented by the Nine of Pentacles, but it's very torn to me. Like, it's like, yes, I have this lush experience, this is extravagant life, but like, what more can I have? What more can I cultivate? What more can I call in? What more can I manifest? So that's the influence on our life, or the outer influence is saying, like, it's almost like it's saying, you are the alchemist, you are the magician. Like, you can change your situation just by, like, planning out the steps and deciding what your true goal is, right? So how to alchemize is to keep moving forward, to, like, sit down, sit down, rest up with what you have, you know, look at everything that you got, take stock of all the happenings in your life and all the opportunities, all the changes you can make, and decide what it is that's going to be working for you. Decide what route you want to take to get to where you're going. I guess, you know, this crow was coming down here, and I guess this is like stained glass windows here, so to me, so it's like, how do you get to that? I guess this is the castle courtyard. That's how I see this. It's like, here's the sun, here's the castle courtyard, and the crow is coming down. He's got all these twigs for his branch. This is the tree. Maybe the sun, the tree. And he's got all these twigs for his nest, but he's going to come down, and sit down for a second and count what he's got and make sure he's got enough for his nest, right? Outcome, no change. I'm going to actually, before we get into these, I want to clarify these a little bit. Outcome, no change. If we don't change what we're doing and we start looking around at opportunities, can we have some clarification on that, please? Oh, we got two. We got the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. With no change, there may be some conflict. You may have to deal with some conflict in this situation, whether that means, like, your business partner is a little upset, or your partner, your significant other, or potential partner, potential significant, whatever you call them. You know, they might throw you some shade, or they might, like, you know, cause a little bit of problems out of pettiness, pure pettiness, which might make you feel like, you know, you're a little out of touch with your decision. But don't feel that way, because this is the page right here. No change is like, if you don't change and you keep going the way that you're going, which is like making your own decisions, then that's then that's what the page is all about, is making his own decisions. You know, he has this shiny pentacle and he's like, now what can I do with this? How can I invest this to like create to become the Knight of Pentacles, you know? So how can I invest this to create the life that I want to live? And outcome with change, if we do change, now I see this as bending to others' will. This is like going, you know, this is going with the contract to the other person. I say this is going to get you stuck. You're going to start maybe feeling nostalgic for the what ifs. What if I didn't make this deal, and, you know, maybe getting nostalgic for the time where you had the choice. Or maybe you're gonna, if you do make changes, maybe you're gonna start feeling like you're stuck with this ongoing partnership that you weren't so sure about in the first place. Woo. Okay, that's many too many. Let's give this a little shuffle here. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll pick that up later. No, I'll do that now. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. It should be. No, we're really for anything to go. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought it was a lot worse. So I was going to grab another deck. I was going to be like, that might take a minute, but it didn't. Oh my gosh, I'm looking wild today. I'm sorry. My hair's a mess. So this outcome with change is the Six of Cups. Was I calling this the Six of Pentacles? I think it was. Outcome with change. If we do change, what is the Six of Cups in reverse telling us? If we make changes in our plans. King of Pentacles. King of Swords in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. If we do make changes, and then the Star in reverse underneath. Yeah. That's enough for me. If we do decide to make changes and go for this contract, and ignore this new start that we've been thinking of, and just continue on with this Three of Cups in this partnership that is not going for us, then I see this as we had the King of Pentacles, so it might be lucrative. Like, it may give you opportunity to grow, but I don't think it's going to be what you want, because I see you're going to be upset that you didn't choose your own path. You know, you didn't go with what you felt was right. You didn't go with what felt destined, what felt like your own spiritual path, or your own, well, when I say spiritual path, I mean like not a path in spirituality, but like kind of like a divinely designed outcome. I feel like you'll feel disconnected from maybe your purpose or your soul mission, because sometimes we can do the path. This feels like to me like the path to self. We can create abundance, and we can create beautiful lives, and be great manifestors, but sometimes it's like, was that really right for me? We got the King of Swords. He's kind of manipulative. That's like, to me, this reads, where are they? This reads like the Magician in reverse, you know, someone who's manipulating their atmosphere, manipulating their life, and manipulating the other people in their life to get them what they want abundantly, or like physically, you know, with our goods and our materials. Happy birthday, Taurus. But that's gonna get us feeling stuck. you're gonna be like, okay, well, I got all this stuff, but I'm not fulfilled. You know, I had an opportunity to go after what I wanted. With this cup coming in from the clouds, but I didn't. And the advice, the lovers. You've got this opportunity coming in. This opportunity is major, and so whatever is coming to mind for you right now, it's a big deal for you, and it's something that you really need to think about, and it's really something that you need to. Don't put it on the back burner, because if you put it on the back burner, sure, things will be okay. You're not gonna like. Your life's not gonna fall apart, but like, I don't think it's gonna be what you truly are capable of bringing in for yourself, true fulfillment. So let's manifest this, let's manifest this, come on. Advice, Spirit, what more do you have to say about this Lover's card, please? Advice for us and what we should do. We got the Moon in reverse. Maybe move into the darkness. Maybe not be so telling of what you're doing. Like, if you have this partnership, whether it's loving or whatever, maybe take steps to decide what you're doing, but to not be influenced by other people. Kind of keep it to yourself, because like, if you go on and you're very like, you know, this Hierophant is very on their own. Hierophant in reverse too is very on their own. I know this is the path not to take, but you can take that message as well here for the path to take. Because if you're sharing all your ideas, or if you're sharing everything that you want to do, then you got these two pups. You don't know what they're going to be like. You don't know how they're going to react, right? They're in reverse, they're the feral pups. They're both feral. You don't know if they're trustworthy. You don't know if they're loyal. You don't know if they have your best intentions in mind, right? So this is, the Moon in reverse is also kind of like secrets. It's secrecy and mystery, and it's kind of like, the Moon in reverse, I think, is the realm that the High Priestess has dominion over. That's how I see the Moon in reverse. So it's like, move within the High Priestess's domain. Like, allow yourself to see through your own mysteries. Like, allow yourself to explore your own mystery. And understand what your life, like, understand your own life in your own, through your own perception, through your own eyes. But do it without letting on to what you're doing to everybody until you're ready. Now, I'm not saying go behind people's backs and be sneaky and, like, you know, take what you like, that Seven of Swords energy. I'm not saying do that, because that's gotta cut that stuff out. That's not being a good person. But I'm saying, like, gather up. Once you're done resting and taking stock, gather up your sticks, and then that's when you can start talking to other people, right? And telling people how it is, and like, I've decided this, I want to do that, etc., etc. What are we manifesting in our lives right now, Spirit? What's being manifested in our life? Happy. Manifesting happy. So this, you see that egg there? This is spirit. This is spirit in our egg. This is our egg of opportunity. We are nesting. We are roosting. We are sitting upon this idea, and that we're trying to bring into the world. And if you see, okay, there's a reflection there. But if you see, like, spirit is kind of in that egg, divinely guiding or divinely protecting you in this thing that you're trying to get up get up off the ground. See, like, she's up off the ground. She's got her wings. She's radiant. She's up off the ground, and she trusts that protection, that divine knowledge, that divinely guided inspiration coming in for her. Happy, happy. She is bringing it in, people. What are we trying to manifest, Spirit? Let's get another one. What are we trying to manifest, Spirit? I liked this one and this one. New life. Look at that. We're trying to manifest a new life. It's going to be happy, happy. But if you don't make the changes, you're going to be between worlds. I think that's it. I'll take a screenshot now of this whole spread. Screenshot, a picture. And post that in at the end of the video. But thank you guys. If you've clicked onto this video, thank you for being here. I'm going to try and do this a lot more often. It's my schedule is bizarro, but you know what? It's my new normal, and I'm just gonna roll with it, lean with it, rock with it. That's how it is. All right. Thank you, everybody. Once again, this is Tempress Heart. Thank you for coming to my tarot talk, and y'all have a great day. Manifest that life. What up?